Everyone, welcome. It is day 22 out of 40. My name is Jules, and I'm going live every day sharing little nuggets of wisdom that are here to support you on the path to your highest self. And what I want to share today was inspired by my mom. And I've had this business idea for my mom for a long time. My mom has a pretty strong network of people that know, like, and trust her. And that would want to support her in her business, and also they want to do the thing that my mom is really good at providing. And I talked to her a couple of days ago, and I got her all excited, and then she messaged me on the phone, and she said, this thing already exists. Yeah, I knew that it already existed. That's not the point. And this is a place where a lot of people get stuck. This thing already exists. That person's already teaching what I want to teach, and they're doing better than I could do it. So I'm just not even going to try. It's not worth it to me. But newsflash, if you are living your life from that belief, you are likely living in a very scarce reality. Because there's plenty of room for everyone to succeed. If you are following the call of your heart, you're, having conversation with God, and you feel clear that you know what it is that you are here to do, put blinders on, do not look at anybody else who's doing the thing, and you do your thing. People are waiting for you. They're waiting specifically for you. And you don't need to have a business that makes millions of dollars a year for it to be a viable business. I worked corporate and I made $48,000 a year in corporate, which was bullshit. Complete bullshit. But I spent a lot of time complaining about my work and being uncomfortable about the fact that I was, quite frankly, just somewhere where I just shouldn't be. And now I'm taking that energy and I'm applying it to myself, and I'm investing in myself. And at a salary like that, if you're living in a major city, you're basically just paying your bills, and there's no room to invest in yourself in the future. I personally think that having a business, even if it only makes you even $40,000 a year, starting it, getting it going, that's an investment for you. That's an investment for you. That's not going to go away at the drop of the hat, And if you're going to be working, which we all have to work no matter what, we're here to consciously suffer. If you're working, you might as well be working towards something that is going to benefit you, and trust yourself that you have the ability to make enough money doing what it is that you want to do, and that you can start humbly. When I ran the numbers for my mom's business idea, I would say she has about 500 contacts that are pretty viable contacts that she could tap into. If half of these contacts were to opt in to her business, she would be making $60,000 a year. Just half. Yeah. So it doesn't need to be something grand. You're allowed to also just make a living wage doing the thing that you want to do. But a lot of people get stuck in this, other people are already doing it. There's plenty of room at the top. Doing the math can help you as well, doing a little bit of market research, looking up and seeing how many times are people searching a certain type of thing, or looking at different hashtags, looking on YouTube to see if there's people who are already talking about the thing that you want to talk about, looking at podcasts, looking to see just what's already out there as a way to justify, oh yeah, this market exists And I am able to tap into it. The first $100,000, like, I genuinely believe this, and it's something that a lot of like business people say too. Making $100,000 a year is just a mental game. That's it. That's only $8,333 a month, I think, is what it comes down to. So that's not hard. That's not hard. It's getting yourself into a place where, like, you understand that every obstacle is an opportunity, and that there are plenty of people out there who will buy from you. So don't get fucking caught up in the people that are like ghosting you or not responding to you or whatever. It's like, okay, on to the next one. On to the next one, because I know that these people exist, because I've done the math. And I am able to tap into a slice of this market with my unique perspective. You know, maybe not everybody wants to learn from Tony Robbins, but that's just all they know, right? Until there's actually another option, they're not going to even think that there's another option beyond Tony Robbins. Like, they're only going to go to Tony Robbins for their coaching advice. The market doesn't adjust until the marketplace adjusts. And you are the one that brings something to the marketplace. So just a little math example for you, and then we'll wrap it up. I have a client who's like picking her niche right now. It's really, really cute because I haven't even picked mine. I feel like I'm a lot closer to it now than I have ever been in the past, but that's because I've just done a lot of, I've been in a large research period, and genuinely I've only been doing like my business, just me and me, for the last year. And otherwise it was like doing things on the side, working multiple jobs at once, and it was just like who was divinely coming to me. But anyway, I have a client who is picking her niche, and I like threw her way. I was like, well, what about artists, like professional artists? He's like, okay, we're thinking about it. And I went and I did a little bit of research. According to the Google machine, there's 6 million people who consider themselves professional artists all around the world. So 1% to 0.01% of the market of professional artists is 60,000 people to 6,000 people. It's a range. Being able to tap into 0.01% of the market is extremely possible for anyone. All right. And so, you know, my question to her at that point is, okay, if you were only able to work with like 6,000 people in this next year, which 6,000 people is a lot of people for a one-to-one service provider. That's a lot of people, especially when you're first starting out. Like, could you make your goals from that group of people? And keeping in mind, that's only 0.01% of the market. So I'll just leave you with that. Do your research. Stop comparing yourself to other people. For real. Stop doing that. If you know what it is that you want to do, get out there and do it. Put your blinders on and just know that the tools will come to you and that there's plenty of room for you to succeed. The market adjusts once the marketplace changes. And that is fully within your control. Okay? And you don't need to have a multi-million-dollar business for your entrepreneurial business to be viable. The whole point is that you're getting the power back into your hands and you're not working for somebody else. And then from there, like, you can get creative. Like, it takes a little bit of time for sure, but like, it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. I think that's all I have to share for now. Yeah, I'm feeling complete. There's room for you. Go out there and get it. I'm sending you love and contemplation time. Think about it. Like if you're like, oh, I don't know what it is that I want to do. Or I feel like, I get this question a lot, like how do I figure out what my passion is? Well, you might need to sit down with somebody and initiate yourself, put down a sacrifice to actually get clear on what that is. Because if you're over here like, oh, I don't know what I want to do, but like you've never invested in yourself, of course you don't know what to do, because you're out here looking for people to invest in you, but you've never invested in yourself. So I highly recommend, if that's where you're at, sit down with somebody in a one-off session. It can be me, it can be somebody else, but like there is something that your soul came here to do. If you're in denial of that, that's a whole different story. But clarity is literally just a decision. And you don't get clarity unless you make the decision. Okay? Okay, that's all I have to share. We're sending you love. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.